I am trying so hard to record while sick. This is amazing. I am so sorry. Anyway, this is my reaction rant to Legends of Tomorrow, Season 1, obviously. Episode 7, titled Marooned. Let's get right into that, because we have a good amount of stuff to talk about. Basically, Vandal Savage's trail pretty much goes cold, and Rip Hunter is, like, unable to track him without an upgrade to Gideon's software, right? And if you guys know, this episode did premiere last night, so, it's semi-fresh in my brain, but since I'm sick, my brain is all kind of fuzzy, so let's see what happens. But anyway, during all that, the team ends up receiving a distress call from another time ship called the Acheron or something like that. A-K-E-R-O-N. Acheron. I don't know how you pronounce it. I probably am butchering it so bad. But yeah, they're getting another distress call from a time ship, and Rip, decides to, and even, what's-his-face, Mick Rory, aka Heatwave, also agrees to chart a course to help the disabled ship. Rory wants to do it because he wants a change of scenery. Rip's doing it because he wants to steal the AI software from this other time ship to help out with Gideon's software, basically. And so they take, like, the little ship, and, Rip Hunter, Dr. Stein, Jax, and Mick, they take the little ship and board the Acheron, while everyone else stays behind on the Wave Rider. And while they're boarding, Rip pretty much tells Stein, you stay here in our tiny little ship while the rest of us go check it out. And they find out that the Wave Rider is boarded by time pirates, and they're all captured by time pirates on the Acheron, except for Stein, who's like behind in the tiny little ship thing that they have. And the pirate captain wants to board the Wave Rider and take the Wave Rider for himself, apparently. And like during the whole negotiation, because Ray Palmer, Kendra, Snart, and Sarah are still on the Wave Rider, and they're having negotiations, and during the whole negotiation, Rip, he manages to initiate protocols on the Wave Rider to protect it from the pirates and all that stuff, and because of that, in retaliation, the pirates are literally, like, using the Acheron to fire at the Wave Rider, and they end up damaging the Wave Rider's hull, which is, like, totally crazy. And not gonna lie to you, I like how Rip actually secretly does protocols on the Wave Rider, like, he basically assigns Ray to be, like, the captain of the ship while he's gone, right? And he's like, Kendra, keep an eye on him while he keeps an eye on the ship. And so, I thought it was really cute in this episode because Ray actually has moments, Star Trek moments. He's like, they're talking about Star Trek! This is the best thing ever! And because it's so technically true, they're technically, like, in space in a way, you think about it. And, like, there's also a cute moment where Stein, when they're about to head off to the Acheron trip, where he's like, I always wanted to be a space pirate and all that stuff. I really thought it was really cute little moments about space and Star Trek and everything, and, I really like the fact, it's really cute seeing, like, Ray and Kendra start bonding over the whole Star Trek thing, too. It was really, actually freaking adorable. But anyway, like I said, Rip secretly sending, like, codes to Gideon to protect the Wave Rider was pretty clever, because he was basically using Ray as his source of material, because he kept saying, Ray fought this, Ray survived that, but he's actually doing, like, code words to Gideon to pretty much protect the Wave Rider, which I thought was a very clever way to do that. Because it totally, if you saw Ray's face, he looked completely confused. He's like, what? I survived what? And it was, like, really funny to watch. But anyway, so the space pirates on the Acheron pretty much damaged the Wave Rider by damaging the hull. And so Sarah and Snart attempt to fix it. So, like, Snart's using his gun to, like, freeze up the hull, but it won't hold for long. And while they're attempting to fix the hull, the engine room's blast doors end up closing on them, like, keeping them trapped inside there, while the hull is the repair is slowly disintegrating, and basically the air is slowly being leaked out because of it, and they're literally trapped in there. And because of the fact, there's a whole, the mini repair that Snart did is slowly disintegrating, and like air is leaking out. It's starting to get freakishly cold in that little engine room, and unfortunately Snart and Sarah are literally trapped in there. And we have another cute moment of Stein where he decides to go rescue them and be a cool badass space person. What was it? I forgot what it was called. But he literally wants to be, not really a space pirate, but some sort of cool space cowboy kind of thing. He rescues everybody. He attempts to, like, rescue everyone, which is really adorable to see, especially considering it's Stein. And then Ray, who, I don't blame him for being hesitant because he designed his Atom suit for Earth, not for, like, space and all that shit. So, Ray ends up flying into space to repair the hull from the outside to try to rescue Sarah and Snart, because they're literally trapped in there, right? With, like, Kendra, like, on, pretty much Kendra in his ear, trying to, like, direct him and keep him awake and all that stuff. And, the crazy thing is, Mick Rory, I knew that he was getting into a really dark place, especially after the last episode, but he got so dark, his dark place got so huge that he actually managed to betray the team, where he literally told this, the time pirates, you know, I'll give you the Wave Rider, just send me back home to Central City 2016. And so, while he takes the while he takes the Time Pirates to the Wave Rider, Rip and the others manage to retake the Acheron with the help of Stein, who rescued them. And, Ray manages to repair the hull in time, but you actually see his ass floating away. For a moment, I literally thought Ray Palmer was gonna die in space. I really thought that was literally gonna happen. But thankfully, you know, he survived the hypothermia, which is a miracle in my opinion. But, yeah, Snart and Sarah were saved. Kendra manages to save, Ray just in time for Gideon to tell them that, Mick is back. But what they didn't know was that he brought the pirates and, you know, betrayed everybody. And, the most amazing part was the fact that Snart actually chose to side with the team instead of Mick Rory. And I was like, oh my god, he betrayed his partner. I knew that they were, like, having a little battle of, you know, sides with, and everything, but I never thought, I literally thought that Snart would not literally betray Mick, especially when, he and Sarah, when they were trapped in the hull of the engine, like, in the engine room, they were having a bonding moment, and Snart actually admits to, you know, how close and long he's known Mick Rory. He's known him since he was in juvie, like 14 and stuff like that. And, was it 14? But I know he was in juvie and all that stuff, but their bond goes very long and deep, and I'm highly surprised Snart decided to side with the team instead of Mick at that moment. But, when the pirates are all attacking on the Wave Rider along with Mick Rory, you got Sarah and Snart and Kendra and Ray fighting the pirates on the Wave Rider. And they managed to take them out and all that stuff, and Rip and the others who were on the Acheron managed to take out what was left of the Time Pirates on the Acheron. And during all of that, the captain at the Acheron, who wanted to arrest Rip, actually thanks Rip for saving her and her ship and taking it back, and she basically gives the needed upgrade for Gideon to Rip, and also gives a tip on where Vandal Savage's most likely location is, which is an amazing thing. You know, I think that we might see more of her, maybe, you know, helping out, considering, you know, Rip actually did help her. So maybe we might see more of her. I forgot her name, but we might actually see more of her. I honestly think that maybe she might help out in the future. New team member? I don't know. There might be another time person helping out here besides Rip Hunter. You never know. But anyway, back to Mick Rory. They're all deciding what to do with him, and they're like, we can't leave him, we can't drop him back off at 2016 because, you know, he knows all of us, he knows all our family and friends, he'll hurt them in retaliation. So, we don't know where they took him, but we just see Snart, you know, take Mick to this open field area, and they're all talking and stuff. And all we see is Snart firing his gun at Mick, and we don't know, I don't know if he's even dead or anything. I don't know if Snart actually legitimately killed him, but all we know is that Snart and Mick were alone together in an open field, and we see them talking, and Snart just shoots his gun, and we don't know what the fate of Mick is. We'll probably learn in the next episode, I don't know. But from the looks of it, it looks like Snart took the initiative and actually killed Mick Rory, aka Heatwave. Just by the looks of it, I don't know. We won't know the full fate of Mick Rory until the next episode, honestly, because all I saw was Snart shooting his gun. For all we know, he probably just shot it, like, at his feet or past him. I don't know. I don't know if Mick Rory's legitimately dead. We just see Snart shooting his ice gun at him. But that must have been really hard for Snart, considering their long time bond together. And the fact that they were partners for the longest time, and the fact that, you know, Mick always stood up for Rory ever since they met. Wait, no, Mick, not Rory. Mick Rory stood up for Snart since the beginning, since they met. So, it must have been very hard for him to do that. But I like the fact that Snart actually chose the team, which shows that there is hope for Leonard Snart to be somewhat of a good guy. Because you see him, in this episode, you see him bond with Sarah. You see him choose the team over Mick Rory. And in the last episode, you actually see him, like, get into a fight, an argument with Mick Rory because he believes that they should go back to the team and save them and everything. And so, I really like the path they're putting Snart on. I really do. Seeing him as a possible, somewhat good guy, you know, he could be like an anti-hero. You know what I mean? Not really good, not really bad. You know, he has his team, and he'll, like, look out for them and all that shit, but he'll still do his, like, somewhat bad ways and steal shit from somewhere, but he'll still look out for his team, which I really like that about. But anyway, during that entire episode, we also see, like, flashbacks. Apparently, Rip's wife, the one that we saw killed, sorry, my laptop's right. Apparently, we find out in the flashbacks that Rip's wife was actually in training to be a Time Master herself at the same time Rip was, and that they apparently both got caught, you know, making out and stuff, and they were both put on trial to the point where his wife actually took all the blame and resigned from being a Time Master, partially because she knew that Rip always wanted to be a Time Master, and she resigned so he can be one, but at the same time she resigned, one, so Rip could have his dream job of being a Time Master, and two, so they could still have their relationship. Somewhat, because she's not a Time Master herself. So it was really interesting seeing more of Rip Hunter's past, and actually seeing the fact that his wife was actually a Time Master herself. So I thought that was really cool. But anyway, this is a really interesting episode. I really want to know if Snart really did kill Mick Rory, because, I don't know, we just saw the gun firing. The gun could not even be firing at Mick himself, so I want to know what really happened to Mick Rory, and we won't know until probably episode 8, which is titled Night of the Hawk, which I'm guessing is based on Kendra, or maybe even based on Carter. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'll see you guys in the next episode for Supergirl, because I have 2 episodes of Supergirl to do. Bye, guys. Mwah. I'm sick.